A woman goes into a fruit and vegetable store, and this is when there was no self-service. So she approaches the clerk and she says, "I'd like a nice head of lettuce." He wraps up the head of lettuce. Then she says, "I'd like 2 pounds of tomatoes." He says, weighs off 2 pounds of tomatoes. Then she says, "I'd like 2 pounds of onions." He says, "Madam, we're out of onions today. We don't have any onions." "But I have to have onions." He says, "Sorry, we don't have any onions." So she pays for the lettuce and tomatoes and she goes out. She canvasses the entire neighborhood. No store has any onions. So she comes back to the man. She says, "Listen, do you remember me? I bought the lettuce, I bought the tomatoes, I need 2 pounds of onions." He says, "Madam, I told you we don't have any onions today." She says, "But I have to have onions." He says, "Listen, if you take the string out of string beans, what have you got?"
Are you finished?
She thinks. She says, "Beans." "And if you take the blue out of blueberries, what have you got?" She thinks. She says, "Berries." "Right. And if you take the fuck out of onions, what have you got?" She thinks and she thinks. She says, "There is no fucking onions. That's what I'm telling you, madam. There is no fucking onions."